Welcome to Concrete Block, the podcast where we dive into the latest news and current events shaping our world. We're starting off with a significant development in international relations as UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer prepares to visit China this week. This trip marks the first time a British Prime Minister has visited Beijing in 8 years, and it comes at a time when the global order is increasingly unstable. Starmer's visit aims to forge a more consistent and pragmatic relationship with China as the UK and other intermediate powers reassess their interests in the face of an unpredictable administration in Washington. The UK is seeking to capitalize on economic opportunities presented by China, while also maintaining close ties with the US on business, security, and defense. The trip has sparked debate, with some critics arguing that the UK is being forced to choose between its relationships with China and the US. However, Starmer insists that this is not a zero-sum game and that the UK can maintain strong relationships with both countries while also protecting its national security interests. Starmer has also stated that he will bring up disagreements with Beijing on human rights issues, including the fate of Hong Kong pro-democracy media tycoon Jimmy Lai. This is a sensitive topic, with Western governments having called for Lai's release, which Beijing and Hong Kong have rejected. The UK's decision to approve plans for a vast new Chinese embassy in London has also raised eyebrows, with some opposition parties and local residents criticizing the move. Meanwhile, the UK is waiting for its own 100-meter plan to redevelop the British embassy in Beijing to be approved by China's authorities. As Starmer navigates this diplomatic tightrope, he will need to balance the potential benefits of increased trade with China against the risks of compromising on national security and human rights. We'll be keeping a close eye on this developing story and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Concrete Block. Welcome back to Concrete Block. We're diving into the complex world of geopolitics, where alliances are being forged and strategies are being laid out to shape the future of a critical region. Today, we're focusing on the intricate dance between the United States, Iran, and Azerbaijan. A recent analysis suggests that Azerbaijan could play a pivotal role in influencing Iran's internal dynamics due to their shared history, ethnic ties, and geographical proximity. The idea is that by strengthening its partnership with Azerbaijan, the US might gain significant leverage over Iran's future trajectory. This approach hinges on the notion that Iranian Azeris, who make up nearly a quarter of Iran's population, could act as a bridge between Tehran and Baku, potentially fostering a more favorable political climate in Iran. However, it's essential to consider the multifaceted nature of this situation. Iran's systemic fragility presents both opportunities and challenges for external actors seeking to shape its future. The path forward is fraught with complexities, including deep-seated institutional rivalries within Iran, ideological differences, and the ever-present threat of regional instability. Meanwhile, other regional players, such as Russia and China, are also maneuvering to secure their interests in the area. This means that any strategy aimed at guiding Iran's evolution must be carefully calibrated to account for these various factors and potential countermeasures. As we explore this critical geopolitical landscape, it becomes clear that there are no easy answers or straightforward solutions. The situation demands a nuanced understanding of historical, ethnic, and ideological dynamics at play. By examining the potential for a US-Azerbaijan partnership to influence Iran's trajectory, we're reminded of the delicate balance of power in the region and the need for thoughtful, strategic engagement. Welcome back to Concrete Block. As we wrap up today's show, we're going to take a closer look at the escalating situation in South Sudan. The government has urged opposition forces to halt fighting, citing a serious threat to peace in the region. Clashes between government forces and fighters loyal to the Sudan People's Liberation Army in opposition have been ongoing, causing mass displacement in Jonglei State. According to reports, the clashes are occurring at a scale not seen since 2017, with the United Nations warning that hundreds of thousands of civilians could be put at risk. The South Sudanese military has ordered all civilians and personnel from the UN mission in South Sudan and other charities to evacuate 3 counties in Jonglei ahead of its operation against opposition forces. The conflict has already displaced at least 180,000 people, and there are concerns that escalating hate speech is fueling ethnic tensions, drawing civilian communities into the conflict. The 2013-2018 civil war in South Sudan was fought along largely ethnic lines, resulting in approximately 400,000 lives lost. As the situation continues to unfold, it's essential to consider the complexities of this conflict and the potential consequences for the region. We must remain vigilant and informed, seeking out diverse perspectives and reliable sources to gain a deeper understanding of the issues at play. That's all for today's Concrete Block. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay informed.